Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to come on today and talk about our latest blog, which you can find at DBpsychologyservices.com backslash blog. And I'm going to talk about teens this week again. And I'm very sorry about the quality of the video last week. It wasn't very good at all. So forgive me if I keep looking over. I'm going to just keep an eye on my notes. The blog this week talks about helping teens be successful. Now, it's all aimed at secondary school and studying and organisation and time management and how parents can help their children get organised. So this morning I'm just going to talk about one section which is about goal setting and how you can help your children to set goals. So the first thing I'd like to say is make sure that the goals are positive. Look at all the aspects of their life. Don't just get them to set goals with regards to study and school, but also any activities that they have. So it could be arts, it could be dance, it could be music, it could be sports, whatever it is. Show them that they can set goals in those areas and it's not just for study or for school. And make sure, very, very much make sure that they are attainable. So my second point would be to, don't make the goal too big. Make sure that if there is a huge overall goal, say the junior certificate or the leaving certificate, that they break that goal down into manageable steps where they can see small successes every week. So that would be another point I would like to make, is make sure you celebrate all those successes, no matter how small they are, and not just about achieving the junior cert or the leaving certificate or whatever exam they're studying for. It's not just about the exams. It's not just about, having high grades. Not every child does. They could be more inclined to be a sports person or into music or whatever. Celebrate those goals as well, all those achievements in every activity that they do, because you're building by doing that. The fourth point I'd like to make is ask them what they want most. Now, of course, kids are going to want to, they need to sleep, they need to eat, they need to take part in activities as well outside of school. They need to have time with their friends, they need their music, they need their, their chat, their phone, online gaming, whatever it is, they'll need all those things. Make sure that they are getting those things as well as spending time doing homework and studying, because it's really important that they balance it out. So maybe if you're trying to do some sort of a time management thing with them, where they're managing their study skills and they're managing their homework and everything else, get them to actually list out everything that they are doing in a day and in a week and see if it's realistic. See, are they able to do all the things that they need to do? But always make sure that they have time for their friends and, being online as they want to these days. Help them to get organised. That's my next point. Now, I've given some good tips on how to get organised in the blog itself, and I've given you some time management tips and some study skill tips. So they are just a few tips that you might want to check out from the blog, but there are many more blogs and articles and ideas up there. There is also a second blog which I did on time management for adults and business people. So have a look at that and see, do you want to, you might get more ideas for the children from reading the adult one as well in terms of time management. Find out if their habits are in line with their dreams for the future. So if they want to do something like, be a football player, well, they're going to need to be out there practicing football, obviously. And they're going to need to be doing matches and training every week. And so they're going to, you're going to want to make sure that whatever they're doing, if it's dance, if it's going on to college or university, that they're putting the time and effort into it, that they have the habits and good habits that they can develop And habits are something you develop. They're not something you're born with. And when I talk about habits, last week I was in the blog, it was all about self-care and looking after them really emotionally and physically and doing all that sort of stuff. This week's blog is more aimed at talking about the schoolwork. And so in terms of habits, we would look at organisation skills, we would look at time management, and we would look at study skills. So have a look at the blog and it will give you some ideas on those habits. And remember, all those habits are learnt. We learn those habits. And you are the best people to teach those habits to your children. They're good habits to have. And I listed out some other good habits last week about financial, teaching them financial responsibility and things like that. So have a look at those good habits and see what you can teach them, basically. Show them how to make small and consistent choices. Now, when we talk about this, we're talking about if they make small and consistent choices. This is about being organised, but this is about their time management. So if they are making good time management and they are putting in their homework and they're doing the little bit of study and they have their revision organised, if it's already done every week or when the topic is finished and they file it away, then they have that there, that they can pull it out in the weeks running up to the exam. They have the revision for that particular question in the paper, whatever it is, or for that particular topic, and they can review it. They have all those. All those are small, consistent, little tiny skills that they have, all these things that they can file away. They have all this there for themselves, and that is the best predictor of success rather than IQ. So it's the small and consistent steps that they take is going to be better. It's going to be better for them in terms of exam success than their IQ or anything else. We know that. The next thing I would say to you is make sure that when they get disheartened, they use the word yet. So I'm not good at this yet. Get them into the habit of using that word, because we all have our ups and downs in terms of learning. We know that when kids are learning and anybody else is learning, that we go through phases, and if we use the word yet when we are learning, that you're not good enough yet, or I'm not good enough at this yet, then good morning, Colette, I see you there. Then if we do this word yet, it gives you an idea that it's more motivating. So if you want to improve their motivation, get them into the habit of saying, oh, I'm not good at it. No, you're not good at it yet. You will get better. Things do get better. So it is a motivational word that we can use. And it's very important. It's a really important word to get into your vocabulary. And my final point I'm going to make this morning is kids are doing the best they can with the skills they have. So start from where they're at. It's the same for you. Just start from where you're at and you can build on that and move forward. Don't let yourself get too disheartened and don't let them get too disheartened. So wherever they are, just build on it. And remember, they are doing their best, and so are you as a parent. So I'll leave it at that this morning. And if you have any questions, just post them in Facebook. I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions. And thank you very much for listening.